back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. Today is the same day that I'm filming my previous video. It's currently the afternoon, while in my last video it was about 5:30 in the morning. It's cleared up now, the weather's good. I'm still a little bit soggy. It is starting to rain, that's just my luck, but I'm gonna be out in the garden. I'm gonna try foraging here instead. I know here, at the very least, I can get some blackberries because we've got absolutely loads growing up here, so that's something which I'm going to do. I might be able to find some dandelions, which is quite a common ingredient in witchcraft. It's also just nice to be outside again. I really haven't been outside much lately. I don't know why. I haven't been doing photography, so I think soon I might have to go out somewhere with my camera. But for now, the garden's really nice. I'm glad it's managed to dry up so quickly because these chairs are so comfortable. So let's do some collecting, shall we? Starting off with blackberries just because they're the easiest to get. All along here, I've got just a plain bowl to put them in, and then I'll go inside and wash them and we can eat them. There's lots of flower species growing out here at the moment. We've got some cow parsley, which I talked about in the previous video. There's some autumn dandelions growing in. Well, they're called fall dandelions, but here we call it autumn, so that's just what I'm going to call them. This white flower behind me is called Wild Morning Glory. And we've also got lots of dandelions here. You can't really see it. There's some dandelions. They're very tall this season. And on the other side, we've got the cow parsley just over there, this area. And I wanted to just point out this flower in particular. It's called mountain bluet or mountain cornflower. I think it's so pretty. I've never seen anything like this before. It just looks really unique. The reason why I don't collect some of this stuff is because either there's not enough of it and I don't want to damage the environment so they can't grow back. They're just too pretty, I think, or I just can't find enough information on them to sort of suggest any magical properties or healing properties or anything that I can put into food. I don't want to pick up something that I'm not going to be able to use. Cow parsley is really common, so I'd be fine picking that, but I'm still doing my research on it. The only piece of folklore or anything to do with magic that I can find is that it's said that if children play with them that their mother would die. Very odd tale, but there were lots of things like that back then. In regards to dandelions, dandelions are very edible. Lots of people use it in their sprays, in their bottles, in their little charm bags. Dandelion is used in lots of teas. Some people make dandelion soups, or there's also such thing as a nettle soup. I saw a video on that from a woman who was alive during the World War, where they would make teas and such. When there was such a lack of food available, they would go out and forage. Dandelions are very much an ancient remedy. They've been used for eons and they are said to be very good with healing. Another thing that we've got in the front garden is thistles, which is a plant native to Scotland. Thistles are very much a symbol of heritage, endurance, strength and protection. It's definitely something that I would use in charm bags or in my bottles or just in spells in general, depending on what the spell was. I'm not going to go cutting them at the moment because the bees seem to be thriving off of them, and there's only a couple so far which are blooming. So at the moment I'm sticking with the stuff which there's an abundance of, and the majority of stuff which I will end up using will be store-bought, such as, well, I've already got babies, but rosemary, thyme, salt, sage as well. I think for witches, specifically beginner witches, but also all witches, it's good to just come out into your garden, whether you grow your own stuff or whether you don't, and observe what you have, see what you can use, and just keep researching it, because that's always going to benefit you, is to just, if there's any sort of new plant, research it, see if there's any uses, see if it has any magical properties. I very much want to start planting things when I move down to Penryn, because I know that the garden's very dead down there. It looks nothing like this one, which is kind of upsetting because I love this garden. There's so much colour and it's kind of like a jungle, even though it's all overgrown. I really love it that way. And I'm not going to let my student garden get all overgrown, but I do want to add some potted plants maybe, or just let the grass grow a little bit without it all being dead. I know students aren't exactly the type to take care of their gardens or outdoor spaces because they're either indoor studying or out partying, or they're just not really interested in it. I'm really interested in it, so I think I can bring some life into it, and that'll be so exciting. One thing which is very good in witchcraft, and magic use is moss. There's lots of different types of mosses which can give different effects, but overall I think moss is associated with strength, prosperity, luck and protection. So there's some moss here which I am going to take. I'm not going to take too much because I know moss is a very good habitat for lots of insects and animals. So I'm going to make sure I only take as much as I think I'm going to need. Let's show off these stones real quick. I'm not sure what these are. They've got lots of purple in them, so I'm not sure whether they're amethyst or quartz. I'm leaning towards quartz because I feel like amethyst wouldn't be out here. But there's just some really beautiful stones out here. I might ask if I can nick these. I've got lots of shells out here too. I know shells are a big part of magic because they're literally a shell. They're a symbol of protection most of all. Oh, it looks like there might be some critters in there, so I'll leave that on. But we've got an old snail shell here which I might take. This looks like the kind of shell you would find on a beach. Full of dirt, I might add. We've got lots of odd bits and bobs in our garden because we haven't really renovated the garden since we've moved here. It's all really beautiful anyway. There's lots of decoration. It's very messy and it could do with some work done to it. But regardless of that, I really do love this garden. And look, I will show you. This right here used to be a little waterfall. It's out of use now, but I think the pot just looks so amazing. And there's some really pretty flowers behind it. See, there's just beauty everywhere in this garden. And then we've got a strange lion face there. Never ends. There's so many things to discover. I reckon we should open this garden up as a museum because God knows how much history there is here, or just random trinkets from wherever. We've got this strange stone down here, plus a little type of rock thing here. I'm actually not sure what this is or how old it is. It looks like it could be quite old. It looks to be like a woman with their face covered. That's relevant to these times, isn't it? And this stone here, a small form as that, is called, I believe, a hag stone, where you're supposed to look into it and then it shows you the other world spirits and you're able to see all these different creatures. If anyone's ever watched the movie The Spiderwick Chronicles, they use one of the hag stones and they can see trolls and stuff in the forest. That's basically the concept, but it's more for just like spirit type things and the fae, but it depends on what you believe. I'm going to leave this video here for today. I've sort of just talked about the garden and the plants, and I've collected lots of blackberries, and there's probably going to be more to collect in about a week or so. We've got about a bowl full of blackberries, 2 shells and a little bit of moss, which isn't bad compared to what I got this morning, which was absolutely nothing apart from drenched clothes. Thank you so much for watching this video again. Like it if you did like this video, comment down below if you do have any comments, and subscribe. I will see you next time, probably with something photography related, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.